All dart players experience slumps, and if you approach your slump the wrong way, it's going to last longer and could possibly damage your darts even more. I was in a slump for about the last year, but I'm finally getting out of it these last couple of weeks, so I just want to hop on here and share some things that I did to help you guys get out of your slump. But first, if you're not subscribed, please make sure to hit that subscribe button before you go and drop the video a thumbs up. Let's talk about it. So the first thing that you need to do is admit to yourself that you are in a slump. If you keep throwing darts without admitting that to yourself, it's never gonna get better. You have to admit that you have the problem so you know how to approach it to get better. And if you stay in denial about your slump, those darts that you're having that don't feel too good, it's just gonna keep lowering your confidence, because if you don't admit you're in a slump, you're gonna keep thinking that you're gonna throw your good darts. So when you're not throwing the good darts, it's going to keep you in that negative mindset. Whereas if you admit that you're in a slump, when you have those bad darts and uncomfortable darts, you know why, and you just kind of deal with it, and you can move forward and get out of this slump and get your good darts back. So the first thing you want to do is just admit that you're in this slump. Now from here, this can be hard, but what you need to do is relax on the dartboard and remind yourself to have fun. At the end of the day, we all throw darts to have fun. If we didn't have fun throwing darts, we would never do it. And kind of going back to admitting that you're in a slump is that if you don't admit you're in a slump and you keep throwing those bad darts, you're not gonna have fun anymore. Once you realize that you expect yourself to not throw the best darts, you can focus more on having fun and just knowing the kind of darts that you expect yourself to throw, which yes, might be lower than your good darts, but at least you know you're gonna expect that and you can have fun moving forward from there. Now I understand this is a lot easier said than done. This is something that I struggled with for the last year because I was consistently throwing in the 80s, and then when those darts went down to high 60s and low 70s and I just felt really uncomfortable, yes, I found it really hard to have fun, but the thing is, I was still going out, putting a smile on my face, and trying to at least have fun while throwing darts. I found this relax and have fun part to be easy when I was at a CDC tournament. So first thing in the morning is I just told myself, Nick, I'm gonna force myself to have fun. So the first thing I did was I went and got a nice good coffee, and then I turned on some good music. I forced myself to smile. I forced myself to laugh. I forced myself to have a good time driving to the tournament. Even if you're just forcing yourself to smile and laugh and it doesn't feel too genuine, it's gonna be pretty hard to not at least have that have a positive effect on your mindset. It's biology that if you force yourself to smile, using those muscles in your face just automatically help you feel better. So when you can smile and laugh, even if you're forcing yourself, it will have a positive change in your mindset. So that's how I helped with the fun aspect. And then during the tournament, long story short, I got a win that I was not happy about. Yes, I got the win, but going into my next match, I kind of just had the mindset of I don't deserve to be here because I should have lost my last match, so I have nothing to play for. I'm basically playing on house money right now, so what's the worst that could happen? I'm just gonna relax and not care about my darts. And that's exactly what I did, and relaxing and not caring helped me throw better darts. And then when I started throwing better darts, I found myself having a lot of genuine fun on the dartboard again. It was the first time I had that much fun on a dartboard in a very long time. It felt really good, and ever since then, my darts have been back to good again. So you need to start relaxing and having fun throwing your darts again. The next thing you have to do is keep playing. Now this might sound obvious because of course you have to keep playing, but when you're in a slump, it can be very easy to put down your darts, not throw as much or practice when you're at home, maybe not go out to tournaments because you feel like you're just wasting your money and don't have a chance of winning anything. You're not having fun, so you don't want to go play. But the thing is, the less you throw, the less of an opportunity you have to refine your good darts. So that was another thing I did, is that even though I didn't have much confidence, I was still finding myself going to these tournaments because I kept telling myself that eventually I'm gonna be throwing my normal darts again. Eventually something will click and my darts will finally be back. But if I don't throw, that's never gonna happen. So make sure you keep playing. Yes, you're gonna feel a little discouraged in your slump, but you have to keep playing. Another big thing about keep playing is that you still get your practice in, and then eventually when you do get out of your slump, all that practice that you did will not be wasted because you're gonna find yourself that it'll be paid off because a lot of times when I find myself coming out of a slump, I find my darts being better than they were before it. Now, to go along with the fact that you have to keep throwing your darts, during this time, you really have to think about your throw while you're throwing. Now, I recommend doing this more at practice sessions, although you can do it at tournaments too. I found myself doing it at that CDC tournament. Every time I threw, I was thinking everything about my throw. Where am I standing? How am I holding it? How's my follow through? Where's my arm position? All this stuff. And throughout this process, you have to figure out what feels good. Usually when we get into slump, just something feels off and that affects our whole game. So while you're doing all this throwing in the slump, if you start throwing some good darts, you start hitting a couple triples, something's obviously working for you, and you have to pinpoint what that is, because once you start finding out these smaller details, eventually it's gonna help the bigger picture of your full darts throw. So me, for example, I was thinking about my stance a lot when I was in my slump because I was very unbalanced, I wasn't very solid. And then eventually, once I got my stance back, from there, I went onto my grip. My grip is one of the other things that I always struggle with, and the second my grip starts to feel uncomfortable, that's usually when a slump starts coming in. So while throwing, I was playing with my grip a little bit, and if you're having issues with your grip, go check out my video 4 tips on how to fix your grip, because in there I outline all the steps that you want to go through to re-find your grip. So what I was doing was I was going through all those steps all this time while I was throwing, and then eventually, you know, like I said, with all the throwing, eventually it just clicks, and then you find yourself feeling good again, throwing good darts. And once you find yourself feeling comfortable and throwing good darts again, boom, you are out of your slump. And I would almost guarantee that when you get out of this slump, your darts are gonna be better than they were before. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Next time you're in a slump, make sure you follow these steps and then you will get out of it. Some videos should have popped up over here. Click one, click them both. Drop this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Check out BullshotDarts.com for Bullshot Apparel, where we got free shipping worldwide, and MagicWear.com, where we got the Bullshot Darts jersey. All right, guys, I'll see you all in the next one, and shoot well.